Let's go, Commanders fans. I am feeling kind of down. You lose, but at the same time, this game reminds you how good Jayden Daniels is. And obviously, in this spot, Marcus Mariota at second and Silver Spring. You start off with the left guard blocking the DT. Then he leaves him to come out to help with the defensive end. I don't know why you would ever do that. The only way that this would make sense is if the center was supposed to be here, but still, it's strange. So Mariota is spooked. He does a good job eating this and not throwing this to Zach Ertz. So now he has to make something happen or just eat the sack. And, well, he just ends up eating the sack. So you have a little counter to the right side, counter GY. You're pulling the guard and the tight end. You get really good movement on the double on the play side DT. This is a good job climbing to the second level. And this honestly is a really good run by C-Rod. And now to really turn it into a big run, let's make the safety miss. And at the same time, Deebo Samuel, who is really hustling and making big play after big play, gets a huge, huge block. And this turns into a massive run from Chris Rodriguez, who in his own right is really freaking good. So let's go to this 4th and 1. Really good job by Mariota just being decisive and just trusting Deebo in a straight man-to-man foot race on the out. He likes the leverage here, so you just got to throw it and give him a shot to make a play. The protection is also really good. Look at this. Boom. Right on the money. And then you get to another touchdown from Luke McCaffrey. This is really good stuff. So Luke works the goal line. There's an extra angle that we're not going to show you. Mariota does a good job stepping up into this pocket right here. It was a little dirty, and look at that. Boom. Really good route, really good touch. All right, some really good offense right here from Mariota. Straight man-to-man, you have a blitzer coming off the edge. Throw in the direction of the blitzer, and normally good things are going to happen. That is exactly what Marcus does, and he picks up a really nice game. Okay, so it's 3rd and 17, and this is just what you should do every time. Let's just cut it to a one-possession game. Make it a more manageable field goal. Not the best block right here from Zach on Jesse Bates, but then again, Jesse Bates is a beast. And Deebo actually turns this into something. So 40 seconds left to go in the half on this 3rd and 8. And I understand for sure taking a sack to keep the clock moving, make them burn a timeout. But I don't know why Marcus didn't just flip this out into the flats. He decides to step up, and this would have been a nice gain. It could have been batted down, sure, but 3rd and Capitol Heights, and man, this right here is really good quarterbacking. So there was a Luke McCaffrey throw on a 1st and 30 to get you to this 3rd and 14. It is man-to-man coverage with the rush lanes not being kept. You have one DT hit the ground, and now Mariota just sees a huge rush lane to run through, and obviously mobility is a huge part of his game. So he takes off and runs and picks up a really, really, really clutch first. All right, this is where you miss Terry McLaurin because he is one of the best down the sideline tightrope backs in the NFL. Everything here is just covered really well. The protection, honestly, is really good as well, but nobody's open. You're running it out and up here. Deebo falls down. Zach Ertz gets jammed by Jesse Bates. Could you make a case that you can wait for Ertz to eventually get open? Sure, but I also don't mind throwing this sideline ball either. Is that pass interference? I don't know, but ugh. Yeah, it's utterly ridiculous how good Deebo's been since he's been with the Commanders. Many thought he was washed. I thought he kind of was, but would be the byproduct of being with Jayden Daniels. But he's also been good with Mariota. He's just still a good player. Okay, you could see going up against Jesse Bates, who is a safety, but one of the better safeties. He attacks him, gets him flat-footed, and is now running the out. And Mariota throws an absolute strike. Look at this. Boom. all hands catch, and man, it's just really good stuff. This is not the worst pick here for Mariota. It's not great either. This safety is on the opposite hash, so he's got to go all the way over here to make this INT. It's just he stares it down the entire way, so it gives that safety plenty of time to come over the top. But a perfect throw probably gets this done. But the safety is over the top of it, and it is an arm punt. Commanders fans, you know I love you. We have a membership program that we do our defensive breakdowns on, and one is linked down below, so make sure you check that out. This throw is one that Jayden Daniels is getting done. This is a difficult throw. So it is cover one, and Jesse Bates decides to robber the middle of the field here because obviously, as many of you know, the Commanders run a lot of overs and sticks right at the sticks. So you'll see right here that Deebo sees that and throws his arm up in the air saying, hey, I'm open for a perfectly thrown touchdown. It doesn't even need to be perfectly thrown. Either way, both of these routes are open, and the pocket is somewhat decent, okay? Let's break down the protection. This twist stunt does eventually get around the guard. So this throw right here gets it done. This throw to Zach gets it done. Or at the very least, if you throw this and he gets stopped, you can go for it on fourth. But Marcus misses both of them. These are really difficult throws, but he's not even close. So some teams just play you good. Last year, when the Falcons played Washington in D.C., you probably felt lucky to win that game. And, you know, the Falcons dominated this game. But overall, I do feel Mariota played really good. And, of course, we save the best for last. Man, dude, this is just really, really, really good stuff right here from Marcus, okay? So, of course, on 4th and 3, you don't need the whole shebang. You could throw this to Zach, but one of the best times to actually go for the whole thing if you're losing by a lot is on 4th down, right? If you're down by multiple possessions, take a shot, right? Because the DBs are going to be playing very aggressive at the sticks, knowing that a turnover or an incompletion is a turnover on downs. So you get a really good throw and a really good catch. And then 4th down, when I say 4th down, it's a 2-point attempt. This is more of a Jayden type of play where his running ability just draws so much gravity. Mariota presses up, Zach Ertz leaks backwards, and guess what? It's a one-possession game. So comment your thoughts on today's film study, but, you know, this was a big, big, big no-no defensively to give up 34 to this offense. But the NFL's a week-to-week league. You just never honestly know what you're going to get. So hopefully we get Jayden back from this knee situation, but I still believe Marcus Mariota is one of the best backups you'll ever see in the National Football League. It is Power Hour NFL. Boom! Deebo Samuel playing at a Pro Bowl level right now. You'll love to see it. And tonight we are doing apple pie. Let's go.